talking about this event. This is the Indian National Rally Sprint Championship. So this was a new concept thought about. I just wanted this sort of a short format of bike rallying, bike and car rallying, which is like you do like a sprint, like a 5 to 10 kilometers would be the stage distance, and you just run it over, like, in a day the whole thing is over. So for the rider, it's cost effective. He can come in and do everything in over one day, and by the end of the day you have a prize distribution and it's over. So we thought about this, and the last 2 years, even though the COVID was there, and whenever the months which we didn't have, we ran the events. But this year, yes, like, to do it in a much better way, and also we thought of a new thing, like more riders coming into this sport. So how do we do this is, like, when I run it as a championship, there is a following which comes from one city to another city to another city. But then by the end of the fifth event, like, it starts fizzling out because you already know who is going to be the champion. So I thought of something new. So I went into zonals, like, south, north, east, west. And this event, what I'm talking about is, we had the first round of this year, of 2022 season. The first round, which was the south zone, which was held in Bangalore. So the rest of the zones are like, having these zones are like, what we had 110 riders, like, from south zone. We will get like 100 plus riders from each zone, and we select around 45 from each, 45 to 50 guys from each of the zones, and then the 200 people come to the finals for the finals, which happens in Goa. This time around, I thought of a new concept where, where we look at having a two-wheeler rally. So what's happening is, you usually get the same 100 riders and their 100 service team and 100 more who come to watch. So that's not what you're looking at. You want more people to come and watch the event. So like you said, so we said, okay, let's go to a location where we have a lot of, in a place where I invite. So I thought of adding music into music and motorsports. So we thought we called a few DJs to try out, and a few bands playing and all that. And then there were a lot of people who came to watch that, and along with that they got the thrill of watching motorsports also. So that was how it was. So something new, and hopefully we bring this as a culture and make it even more big. That's what it is. So, and this event happened very close to Bangalore, like Devanahalli. Like, one is obviously getting sponsors into the event is no main thing is, like, so that's where we want to bring this as, like, okay, there is money when it comes to maybe music and other stuff, but not when you say motorsports, because see, again, the sponsor will always think, oh, it's just that 100, 200 people, and the reach is also not so good. Why do I spend so much of money always on the same 100 riders and the same 100 crew? So if you get more people to come and watch, and basically it's more people coming and watching coming to watch the race, and the race becoming popular, the riders becoming popular. So then automatically, then some brands will want to connect, like, if I say one rider is coming from, and his brand is getting more popular by more guys watching the sport, and more people coming and viewing it, and more people commenting on it, definitely that brand would like to be associated with that product. Yeah, it is definitely expensive, and the sport has been like, that's how the sport has been. And talking about risk, yes, because they are on two wheels, and when it is, or whatever, four wheels, and you're going into blind corners at high speeds, because definitely all riders want to compete and try to beat come number one. So when definitely everybody has the, like, it is quite risky there.
at the first round of South Zone, and I'm pretty happy with whatever the organizer is trying to grow the motorsports in India. But yeah, and he's given us an opportunity. Usually it was basically it was rounds happening, but now they have made it as zonal vises, and we started with the South Zone. So I'm pretty happy that we got qualified for the final, which is going to happen in Goa in the month of December. And I could like to thank the Motorsports.inc for organizing such a beautiful event. And we were waiting for a long time for the event to start, and yeah, it all went good with the South Zones. To last year, this year there were a lot of changes in the Indian Dirt Fest. Yeah, I was pretty happy with whatever happened, new changes, and sprint is usually a small format of rallying, and we have 10 classes in the event. So we have foreign class, we have up to 130, then up to 165, then we have up to 260, up to 400, and then we have the bullet class, the KTM class, and we have the ladies class also. So compared to the last year, even this year, we started with a very good round of South Zone. We had 102 riders participated in this year's South Zone. So the next will be the West and East and the North Zone, and then the final is going to happen in Goa. Yeah, it's pretty expensive sport. There's no place in Bangalore to practice, but yeah, there are certain clubs like Tribal Adventure, Big Rock. So we go there out for the weekend. We go train ourselves, then we work with the bike, and we prepare for the events like this. You need to go to a place where you can train yourself. I mean, this motorsports is, everybody knows that it's very dangerous. So doing wheelies in the road, and see, if you really like motorsports, then you can come to place like this, practice, train yourself, and then come participate and show your talent there.